I serve on the board of trustees. I'm also an alumni from class of 1995, and I'm here on the fabulous St. Joseph Notre Dame campus. We miss this campus so much, don't we? It's so fun to come back. It looks the same, but it also looks different because there's a lot of great upgraded features. When I walk through this space, I think we didn't have that. It didn't look like that. That's fresh paint. One of the first things I've noticed is the landscaping is so beautiful. Or maybe it's just because I'm in my 40s now and I actually pay attention to landscaping. One of my favorite memories is sitting right here with my best girlfriends, eating lunch. This is where we spent pretty much every lunch break. If it was raining, we'd all cram into the cafeteria in there, but you know, I just love remembering lining up to buy school lunch at this window and then bringing it over here. I also remember these trees were way smaller than they are now. And you basically had that great 360 vision of the entire quad. You could see where people are hanging out. You never missed anything. So super excited to show you some of my other favorite memories today. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Andre Hill. I'm on the Board of Trustees here at St. Joseph's Notre Dame, and I'm a graduate of St. Joseph's from 1972. That's right, 1972. I don't know how many people are here from before that time, but I know how long ago it's been for me. We're in the gymnasium, and we're before one of the trophy cases that shows all the different, or many of the different championships that have been won here. And we're going to meander into the gymnasium. I have particular fond memories of the 1971 championship that we won against one of our arch rivals, who will remain nameless, but we beat them good, let me tell you. And I loved every minute of it. And I still love every minute of it, because the traditions that are here have been forged for years. And lots of young women, lots of young men have come out of this institution and gone on and done great things. I remember. It looks a little bit different, but it's still the same. And the same strength, guts, and fortitude are here, because I can feel it every time I come in here. And when I walk into the gymnasium, I'm awed by how nice it looks, and the banners that hang in the rafters, and all the young men and women who have made those banners possible. The faculty and all the other people, the supporters who've done wonderful things. All you have to do is walk in here and you look up and you say, these guys and gals have done something. And it's a wonderful thing. I look at that stage and I remember going head first into that many times. And I remember the guys who played with me on the basketball team when we were in the locker rooms for baseball and any of the other sports, soccer, volleyball, you name it. It was a wonderful thing. And it's something that will always be cherished, and something that all of the pilots who come here, who will come here, should remember. Thanks.
I'm now in Marinus Hall, and I remember being so excited to finally have a locker in this building because it meant I was finally upper division. I also remember the walls having all of the class photos from years past, and walking through these halls and knowing that I was part of a long, deep, rich history of this school, and that sense of community and being just from walking in these halls. And then also how they came alive during Spirit Week, how each hallway was owned by a certain class and they would just decorate it from floor to ceiling, and it just brought everything to life, and you could feel the excitement when you were in this building.
We're standing in the main hallway in the old boys' school at St. Joseph's, and I immediately am drawn to the class of 1971, and I see lots of friends, the friends that remain and the friends that have passed on, and it's really, it's with mixed emotion that I view this, because I see some guys who played sports with me, we studied together, they lived in the old neighborhoods, and they've gone on and done some great things and have lived good lives for the most part. And that's a great thing. And I'm looking at the older classes from 1953. That was the year before I was born, so it must have been a great year. And it's fascinating to see the different people, the baseball uniforms. I played baseball, and I think we use those same uniforms, but maybe not. But it's a wonderful thing to see this and come back and feel the presence, because the energy is still here. Thanks.
So, Andre, this is the Tony Aiello Science Center.
This is big time stuff because we didn't have this when I went here. I can assure you of that. But they're good memories nonetheless because I can still hear my science teacher, Sister Celine, telling us that we had to take a test tomorrow. And me telling her that, sister, we can't take a test tomorrow. We've got a game tonight and we got to be ready to play that game. And after the game, we can't study all night. And she was very understanding. And so we didn't start a fire with the Bunsen burners and the beakers and everything else you do in science class.
So I had Mr. Fong, who still teaches today, and I believe this is even his classroom. And my best memory of him is he was such a jokester, though of course we thought it was really cheesy because he'd make jokes about the quantum leap and things like that. But of course now looking back on it, I have the best memories. And those sitting on these bar stools for an entire class, everyone was fidgeting, no one would ever stop moving. So I don't know how you did it, Mr. Fong, how you could bear with us in a classroom. But yeah, we didn't have anything like this. This building is amazing. It's a little more than 10 years old. And it's really also a great reminder of when we donate towards the school and how the money is constantly being used to modernize the school and make sure that the teachers have what they need and the students have what they need. And most important, we also have to remember tuition assistance and making sure wonderful workspaces like this are available for students across the East Bay. No matter what background you have, no matter what level of income your family has, you're welcomed at this school, and thank goodness for our tuition assistance program.
It's so very important because as I look around the classroom, it does make me recall the fact of the diversity that exists here. When I started here, it was 1969, and there were students from San Francisco who didn't have the benefit of taking BART. They had to take multiple buses to get here. I took 2 buses to get here. We had students from San Leandro who came here. They came from all over. We had students from Concord who drove out here, and it was difficult, but they were here. We all learned from one another. We were excited to be here. It was a wonderful thing, and we had to work to be here. Our parents sacrificed, and that's why it is so important to have people who understand, who donate, who give to the school, because without this school, I know that I would not be the person that I am today. You mentioned at the outset that this is the Tony Aiello Science Center, and Tony was principal when I was here, and he contributed so much of his time, his effort, and what a guy who could get you motivated. It was him, and there have been a long line of teachers that have followed in his footsteps who benefited from his tutelage and benefited from all of these students who have come through here, and they have gone on and contributed to society in a big way. And I'm most appreciative and feel that the time that I spend here on the board or in any other manner is beneficial to the school. It's a big deal.
All right, so we're looking towards you tonight to be very generous with your donations. Have a wonderful evening and keep in touch.
Good evening, welcome, and thank you all for joining us for the 6th Annual Dream Flight Virtual Gala. I hope everyone enjoyed the beautiful Saturday afternoon and is ready for a fantastic evening in support of our pilot family. My name is Julie Guevara, and I proudly serve as the principal of St. Joseph Notre Dame High School. Never did I imagine I would have the honor and privilege to lead this amazing community during the current cultural climate in light of increasing instances of social unrest and the effects on learning caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. What brings me much pride, hope, and comfort is the perseverance and resilience of our students, the creativity and innovativeness of our teachers. They are working tirelessly day in and day out to engage, educate, and care for our students. And how many of you out here tonight, parents, alumni, friends, community members, and donors, have supported our pilot family through these challenging months. I'm so grateful to be part of SJND and its rich tradition and history, and also its promising future. Before we officially begin our program for tonight, I'd like to recognize a few folks. First, thank you to our Dream Flight Steering Committee, which includes Katie Sacco, Carrie Plain, Lauren Pond, Paula Markeski, and Alicia Trost. Thank you to all of tonight's sponsors, and especially the Kelly family for their generosity in providing our delicious meals. At this time, I'd like to introduce our parochial administrator, Father Mario Rizzo, to bless this evening.
Thank you, Ms. Guevara. As Alicia and Andre mentioned, there's something really special about returning to a meaningful place from our youth. And for me, I always enjoy returning to my parents' house and roaming through the streets and back roads where I was raised. And since graduating from St. Patrick's Seminary in Menlo Park in 2018, I've returned there numerous times with fondness. And it's nice to be able to be there, not as a student, where I spent 6 years of my life. And similar to SJND, St. Patrick's has pictures of all of its alums from its 120 plus year existence on the walls of the wing where the classrooms are located. And so to walk through that corridor and see those pictures, my own included now, fills me with an immense sense of gratitude to have been educated there and to be a part of the legacy of that great institution. And looking at those pictures, I'm reminded that as an alum, I now have the opportunity to help that institution that helped me for all those years. And tonight, we as members of the SJND community, as alums, parents, and friends, we find ourselves in the same position. We've gathered together because we recognize that we've been given the same privileged opportunity to help this institution that has helped so many before, like Andre and Alicia, and thousands of others, and perhaps yourself included. So I'm grateful for your presence with us this evening, and I'm grateful for whatever gifts that you can share, especially now during this difficult time where we're all watching our finances a little bit more closely. But there's no doubt that what you give tonight will have a lasting impact on many students who, if they're lucky enough to return to the hallowed hallways of SJND, will be filled with gratitude for having received the opportunity to learn, grow, and pray with this community. And so that being said, let's pray ourselves. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. O God, who are all good, stretch over us your strong right hand and continue to guide, protect, and bless this school. Inspire our faculty and staff. Encourage our parents and guardians, and most especially keep safe and nurture our students. As we joyfully come together this evening, we are reminded of the words of St. Paul, God loves a cheerful giver. For you yourself, Lord, are the best of all givers and the most splendid of all gifts given. Help us to imitate your kindness and generosity and to keep before our eyes those who go without. Help us to heed the words of St. Francis of Assisi, that it is in giving that we receive. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Father. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce our Master of Ceremonies, alumni Harrison Wilkes, class of 2003.
Thank you so much, Principal Guevara. Ladies and gentlemen, everything in between, and none of the above. Welcome to Dream Flight 2020. I hope you found the place all right. My name is Harrison Wilkes, class of 2003, and yes, I have been practicing talking directly into the camera. I'm coming at you live from the top of Nob Hill in San Francisco, and I'm thrilled to be back hosting Dream Flight for the third year in a row. You Dream Flight veterans may notice that my better half and usual co-host, Mike Pola, class of 1982, is nowhere to be seen tonight. Such is life. That's because he's helping his son Gavin move into the dorms at UCLA. And if the smog ever clears down there, we'll CLA too. I may have to have a chat with Mike's dad tonight about his truancy this evening. Anyhow, you're in for a virtual treat tonight, as we've got performances by SJND students, our live auction and paddle raise for tuition assistance, and even a few surprise guest appearances. As a reminder, to make a donation during the paddle raise or bid during our live auction, please visit sjnd.org/dreamflight or text the word START to 628-200-0021 on your mobile device or tablet. Once again, to make a donation during the paddle raise or bid during the live auction, please visit sjnd.org/dreamflight or text the word START to 628-200-0021 on your mobile device or tablet. Folks, you might have an entire seat under your butt right now, but I promise you're only going to need the edge. So grab a drink, make yourself at home, shouldn't be too hard, and enjoy the show. You know, speaking of drinks, let's take a quick jaunt over to the Laurel Lounge in Oakland to mix a few cocktails with alumni and brothers, Tony, class of 1996, Danny, class of 2000, and my former classmate, Andy, class of 2003. Duncan brothers, what have you got for us tonight?
Hi, my name is Tony Duncan. Thank you very much, St. Joe's, for having us. We are very excited to be here. I graduated from St. Joe's in 1996. My brother Danny graduated in the year 2000. My brother Andy graduated in the year 2003. Us Duncan brothers, we own and operate two local neighborhood bars in the city of Oakland. The 2101 Club is in the Diamond District. And the Laurel Lounge is in the Laurel District. So today we are going to show you how to make the two cocktails, which is part of the package. So thank you very much. We're very honored to be here, and we're very excited to show you how to make some cocktails, and let's drink.
Appreciate it.
Go
Thank you.
pilots, pilot pride.
So good afternoon. My name is Andy, and we're going to be making the Orange Moscow Mule, orange in honor of the pilots, orange and blue. So the ingredients that we'll be using today are Grey Goose for the vodka, ginger beer, which is cute, spectacular, and then we have the orange infused honey, as well as your garnishes. You're going to probably want to make it in a glass or in a shaker, build it that way, and then pour it into the copper, the Moscow Mule mug. Or some people like to make it just in the mug. It's all really whatever depends how you like your drink. So we're gonna begin with just making it, building it in a glass, and then we're gonna shake, strain, and then putting it in the chilled copper mug. So here we go. And the specific ingredients and the amounts will be on the piece of paper within the kit. So I may be making my drink strong, light, it all depends how that you like your drink, truly. And then we want to garnish with an orange, and usually it'd be best to put in fresh lime, squeeze in some fresh limes, or if you have Rose's lime or just lime squeeze in general, that does the trick too. But the hint of lime is really what makes it refreshing with the garnishes in this great drink. Salute. And thank you to Mr. Fong. You taught us the mixology, but now we're putting mixology into bartending. So thank you, Mr. Fong.
Hey everyone, we are gonna make a bullet bourbon Manhattan, okay? So we're gonna have some fun, guys. This drink is something that is stiff. It's not one that you're gonna have fun with and pound these down. So sip these slowly, but have fun with it, guys. All right, first we're gonna get some ice. We're gonna fill it up. Now, you can make this drink either over the rocks or up, okay? I like to have mine over the rocks, but you can also make it up. If you order this drink, make sure and ask for it over the rocks if you like it over the rocks. Otherwise, they will make it up. Okay, so first we're gonna use bullet bourbon. Okay, we're gonna do a 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're gonna use sweet vermouth, a little sweet vermouth in there. And then we're gonna top it with some bitters. And a cherry. Okay, and you mix just like that, okay? This is your drink, just like this. Now, if you would like it over, let's add a little bit, a touch more bullet Manhattan, the bullet bourbon. Mix it in your shaker, and then you strain it into your glass. And some folks like it with an orange, so you can get an orange peel in there. And you always want to taste your drinks. Well, the bartender always does. That's a great bullet bourbon Manhattan, guys, okay? All right, everyone, this is your bullet bourbon Manhattan. So, salute, enjoy. And also, everyone, I just would like to say that I had an awesome 4 years of my life. And I want to say much love, thank you to everyone who helped me out and taught me some awesome life skills. So go pilots, and thank you very much. Much love to everybody. Salute. Hey everyone, I hope everyone had a good time and learned how to go ahead and make the cocktails, the Orange Moscow Mule, go pilots for Orange, and also the Bullet Bourbon Manhattan. So we just want to say thank you very much. A special thanks goes out to our mom and dad, Dominic and Lena Duncan, for all the lovely years of paying tuition at St. Joe's. I know it was not easy, but they did it, and they always had a smile on their face. So us brothers are not where we were at without our parents, and also the special support and love that we got from St. Joe's. So Mr. Aiello, all those years, thank you very much. If anyone is ever in the neighborhood, we'd love to have you down here at our 2 local businesses. Once again, the 2101 Club in the Diamond District and the Laurel Lounge in the Laurel District. So we'd love to sit down, have a cocktail, and have a special cheers with everyone. So thank you very much for having us. Vicky, we truly appreciate it. And go pilots. Pilot pride.
All right. Thank you, Duncan Brothers. Your tip is in the mail. Now, I'd like to see who's here in the audience with us tonight, and we were trying to figure out a good way to do that. Well, moments ago, you recall that Danny Duncan was making a Bullet Manhattan for a chance to win a bottle of bourbon, a cocktail kit, and 2 SJND engraved glasses. Everyone out there right now, go ahead and type your name and either your alumni year or your child's graduation year in the YouTube chat. If you're watching on full screen, you may have to exit out of full screen mode. The chat should either be, I think it's either directly to the side or below where you're watching. But go ahead, enter your name and either your alumni year or your child's graduation year in the YouTube chat. Don't be shy. Go ahead and bite the bullet. Take a shot. I'm inviting you to jump the gun. This just might be the easiest prize you've ever won. Seriously, if you've done anything less challenging today, I'd be surprised. I got to say, it's great to see so many of our pilots joining us tonight. I'm not sure what the final number was. Molly told me the other day, but this just may be our biggest dream flight ever. So go ahead and enter, and we'll announce those names at the very end of the night. Just a moment. All right, folks. My producers are telling me that we have some SJND families joining us live from the comfort of their own homes tonight. Let's pop in and see just how uncomfortable we can make them. Just kidding. I know that we're all wearing pajamas from the waist down. First up, we have the Kellys, the Kelly family. Kevin, class of 79, and his wife, Erin, are incredibly generous hosts for the evening. Thank you so much for providing food, wine, cocktails, and a wonderful opportunity for us to connect with the people we love through a tiny screen. Kellys, how are you doing tonight?
We're doing fine. My wife, Erin, just sort of made an appearance. Let's talk about camera shy. No, we're doing good. We're here.
All right. That's all right.
Father and mother are out in Walnut Creek, and we're thrilled to be here. And we're thrilled to be underwriting the evening. I mean, this is all about giving, and it's all about helping kids. And in this COVID year, the school needs help with financial aid more than ever. I mean, like our friends who are running the bar, which I'm now going to go to.
Or Lounge in Oakland, check it out.
7 days a week. You know, we'll have kids someday coming out of this school who will run other businesses, but they'll only be able to do it if we support them on financial aid. So
exactly, and we really appreciate your generosity tonight, Kevin.
I haven't told you what I'm giving yet, Harrison.
I have some insider information. Anyway, one of the things we were going to do tonight that's a little bit of a surprise perhaps to our guests because we didn't discuss it ahead of time, we were going to ask you guys a few trivia questions. One question per family. So Kevin, I hope you're ready to rack your brain and test your mettle tonight with a little bit of SJND pilot trivia knowledge. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
All right, here's your question. Which famous NBA player hosted his select camp in Kelly Gymnasium? The clock is ticking.
Chris Mullen. What do you think? Jason Kidd.
Here's a hint. It's a little more recent than that.
Oh, Steph Curry. I don't know. Come on.
As a matter of fact, you're right. Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner.
Yeah.
Very well done.
Hey, now that was a pure guess.
Your prize is bragging rights. Very well done, Kevin. We're very proud of you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for playing. I'm going to go ahead and move on to our next family. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's go ahead and see who we've got next. Looks like we have the DeGranos. Tim and Gia, both class of 83, high school sweethearts, ladies and gentlemen, and Boosters members to boot. Some serious pilot spirit. Tim coached SJND baseball for a long time, too, and by the looks of it, he did not strike out with Gia. DeGranos, how are you guys doing tonight?
Hey, we're coming to you live from the DeGrano Casa DeGrano.
Excellent. With a very cool echo effect as well. Tim and Gia, are there any pilot memories you'd like to share with us tonight, perhaps, while you're out there enjoying this beautiful evening?
You said pilot memories?
Yeah, maybe from your time back in the hallowed hallways of Marinist Hall.
Here's the best memory that I have.
You are too kind. What a sweetheart, what a gentleman. I see that you two are very much in love. That's nice. Thank you so much. Tim and Gia, I've got a little question for you as well. Are you guys ready for some SJND trivia?
You go ahead.
All right, here we go. Here's your question. Tim, you might be able to get this one right away. Let's see. Name the pilot.
Gold! Oh, sorry. I should wait. Go ahead.
Name the pilot who went on to play Major League Baseball.
Oh.
He's a pilot who graduated in the 90s. There's your clue. Early 90s.
I want to say the last name of Robertson, but I could be wrong.
You are wrong. Any other additional guesses? I should have made this multiple choice. That's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Any other guesses?
No.
All right. Joe Nelson, class in 93. He played for the Braves.
See, that was going to be my next guess.
Of course. It's always the last one. He played for the Braves, the Red Sox, the Royals, and the Marlins. Well, I hope you two are having a blast tonight. That looks like a stellar view at the DeGrano household. Thank you so much for joining us. And I'm sure I'll see you around a little later tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Thanks, Harrison.
Thanks, Tim and Gia. Have a great night. All right. Next up, we have a very special guest, a man who needs no introduction, but he's getting one anyway. We have the one and only Tony Aiello and his wife, Mary. Tony worked at SJND from 1965 to 2005, starting as a teacher and eventually winding up as principal. My math skills were never that great, sorry, Mrs. Rod, but I think that comes out to 40 years of service at SJND. After my class graduated in 2003, it took a couple years for Tony to realize that we just couldn't be topped. So he retired and he's been smelling the roses ever since. Tony, are you with us tonight? I certainly hope so. Hey, there he is, the man himself. Tony, how you doing?
Well, hi, Harrison.
How you doing tonight, Tony?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for having me, and it's a great honor and pleasure to be part of this wonderful event tonight.
Of course, you're a fixture at this institution. Now, I was going to say, other than obviously my class graduating, do you have any favorite SJND pilot memories that you'd be willing to share with us tonight?
Wow, you know what? They're all memorable.
Of course.
The years that I had, and the wonderful teachers that taught during the time that I was both principal and also colleagues. The students were fantastic. The challenges were always there, but by the grace of God, we were able to proceed and succeed.
Excellent. Well, you had quite the career. I've got a SJND trivia question for you as well. Are you ready here, Tony? All right.
I guess I'm ready. Do I want to be ready or not?
Ready or not, here we go. All right. Who of the following has worked at SJND the longest? And this is a multiple choice question, so listen carefully. Is it A, Mr. Phil Gravem, B, Mr. Tony Aiello, C, Mrs. Gail Rodriguez, or D, Miss Georgia Vlahos? Which of those four has worked at SJND the longest?
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
I think it might be Gail at this point.
Once again, we have another winner.
I think I kind of fell a little short from hers. She's kind of in that. But
Gail is actually.
Those are all great. Those are all great names and wonderful people. God bless them all. And I want to add, if you don't mind, Harrison, my appreciation of being part of this event, and to thank all who are tuned in and having their dinner and enjoying the day, and the evening, I should say, and all who made it possible, like the Kellys and yourself and Wally McFarland and the various committees. I want to give a shout out to Alicia Trost and Andre Hill. Great video and speaking from the heart. Those two brings back wonderful memories of them as students and athletes and just great contributors. The school is wonderful. The chimes are challenging, and I just appeal to all of you to continue the wonderful tradition of giving and supporting that you have established over the last 6 years as part of this Dream Flight, and go Pilots. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tony. Very well said. Agreed on all points. Couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Erickson. Have a good evening, everyone.
You as well. All right. And finally, joining us tonight, we have the Polas and the Saccos. I believe we have Bob Pola and Jerry Mackey and Don Coughlin, I think. I'm not sure, all from the class of 1955, as well as some of their neighbors, current SJND parents, Katie and Mark Sacco. Bob, I'm missing your boy tonight, but I suppose Gavin's education takes precedence. How are you all doing this evening? Oh gosh, I think you guys are on mute. I'm sure all of you who have participated in a variety of streaming platform conversations over the last few months have said that phrase. Hey, there you are.
All right. Thank you.
Hey there, Bob.
Next support in the minute.
That's what more could you ask for? What a time to be alive.
We miss Mike.
My goodness, the gang's all there. How are you all doing this evening?
We're good. In the class of 57.
57. Oh gosh, that's a bit of sorry about that. Oh, God.
Anyway, we're having a good time. We've got some wonderful people here, our great wives. I want to introduce Dr. Carol Gertis, wife and partner with Donald Coughlin.
Excellent.
And Donna Leyburn Mackey, wife and partner with Jerry Mackey, and my dear wife, Rochelle Marie LaFleche, who is a former stewardess, and he's modeling her uniform right now, class of circa of 1961, and she still can get into it. So
Fantastic. Oh, you are a cut up, Bob, and quite a lucky man I see as well. Well, I hope you're all enjoying your evening. I have a trivia question for you folks as well. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right. Now, if memory serves, and if the archives are true, I understand there was once a time when there was a complete divide between the boys' school and the girls' school. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Now, that's not your question. I do have a follow-up question. So between the divide between St. Joseph and Notre Dame, I ask you this, Bob. Do you remember or recall what the school colors of Notre Dame Academy for Women were?
There were Mary's colors, blue and white.
Very well done, sir. You get a point as well. You also get bragging rights, right along with Kevin and Tony. Nicely done, Bob. And thank you all so much for joining us tonight. You know what? Let's go ahead and bring.
Wait a minute, Harrison.
Yes. What you got?
Right here.
Katie's right here.
Katie's.
Katie.
Think about.
Oh, this is my crowd.
Well, thank you all for joining us. You know what? Let's bring all of our guests back real quick one more time. Say one more goodbye. It was a pleasure chatting with all of you. We have so many decades represented here tonight. So much pilot pride just in one square. The DeGranos couldn't wait. They're already eating. I don't blame them. I'm waiting for afterwards. But thank you all for joining us tonight. And I hope you all have a pleasant evening. Go Pilots.
Go Pilots.
Thank you. I'll be here all night. All right, folks, drive home safely.
Okay, Harrison.
All right. Next up, we have a very special performance by our very own St. Joseph Notre Dame High School Band, led by none other than our very own beloved Miss Paula Sokola, who I believe started her career at SJND during either my sophomore or junior year, so she's been around a while too. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the SJND Band performing Land of the Thunder Dragon. Very well done, SJND band. But I think, Gary, it's Miss Guevara's turn to speak. Where is Principal Guevara? Where did she go? There she is.
Hi there. I was just enjoying the beautiful tunes. Thank you, Mr. Cola and the SJND band. Right now, I'm so excited to introduce Alazar Hailu, member of the class of 2021. I remember the first time I met Alazar, I was so intrigued by his beautiful spirit. Alazar touches the lives of so many through his faith, his work ethic, and service. He contributes his gifts and talents to SJND through participating in the biomedical program, as well as the athletic program, all while maintaining his high academic honor status. Alazar is a young man you just want to be around because he's authentic, he's humble, and simply a good person. So everyone, sit back and enjoy learning about Alazar Hailu's story.
Hi, my name is Alazar Hailu, and I'm a senior here at SJND. Today, I'll be telling you my story. I remember the first day of daycare like it was yesterday. I clung to my father as he tried to leave after dropping me off. I was 3 years old at the time and did not understand why he was leaving me at this place alone with these people I did not know. I didn't even understand what they were saying. English was not my first language. Looking back to this experience, I remember it as one of the scariest and most vulnerable moments in my life. My family and I came to the States when I was 2 years old. My first language was Amharic, the official Ethiopian language. At the time, it was just my brother, my parents, and I. My parents were still young, yet they had already sacrificed so much for us to be here in America. My father came here when he was 19 years old to find a job and support his family back home. He was attending classes to receive a bachelor's degree in biology, but eventually had to put his dreams aside and work 3 jobs just to support his family. As for my mom, she left everything she knew back home in Ethiopia to come here to make a family with my father. All they had to follow when they came here to America was a promise of a better life in future, good education for their kids, and ultimately, trust in God. By the time I was in 8th grade, I had already accomplished so much in life. I was a deacon in my church. I graduated at the top of my class with the Roger Warwick Scholarship awarded to excelling young African American boys. I was an icon in the household, and my parents were telling my siblings to look up to me. I remember the big day in 8th grade. All the high schools had sent out their acceptance letters. I was so anxious. I was accepted to all the schools I applied to. However, it essentially came down to 2 factors: SJND's amazing biomedical program and the great financial aid package they offered. I'm able to carry out my passion for our biological science studies only because I received financial aid. Your generosity in helping me attend SJND is paving the way for me and many of my peers to carry out our academic aspirations. Thank you for helping many families like mine to send their kids to safe, strong schools of their choice like SJND instead of schools they don't prefer just because they can't afford it. What you're doing as supporters of SJND matters and makes a positive impact. Thank you for your hand in my success. I'm not quite positive what my future holds. However, I hope to pursue my dreams of becoming a medical doctor. I lead my life by the quote, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." Looking back to that scary experience in preschool, I realized that all moments, no matter how terrifying, come to pass. My faith has been my stronghold, and attending SJND has been a place I've been able to foster my faith and grow in it. Now, I don't fear being alone like I did when I was a vulnerable young child, not only because I know all things come to pass, but also because I've developed into a more confident, open, strong-minded person here at SJND. Thank you for listening to my story, and as we say in Amharic, Amesaganalo.
Whoops. My apologies, folks. I just really wanted to hear that song one more time. A little bit of technical difficulties on our side. I take full responsibility. I've only been using streaming platforms for about 7 months now, so I'm still learning. Anyhow, let's go ahead and go back a little ways. I just wanted to say thank you to Elazar for sharing his story. It is some pretty powerful stuff. Before we begin the paddle race segment of tonight's event, I just wanted to make sure that we are all still logged into the auction site. Take a moment to go to sjnd.org/dreamflight or text START to 628-200-0021 on your mobile device or tablet. Once again, that is sjnd.org/dreamflight or text the word START to 628-200-0021 on your device. I know you heard me that time. Ladies and gentlemen, did you know that more than 60% of SJND students receive tuition assistance? So with your support, SJND student assemblies look a little bit like this. Lovely group of kids, right? Now, without your support, more than half of these kids wouldn't even be able to attend SJND, and student assemblies would look a little bit like this. Now, this is a thoroughly, exhaustively researched and extremely accurate graphical representation of what might happen. I know it can be hard to look at, but your generosity can help prevent something like this. I know you've already raised your glasses a few times tonight, so let's raise some money too to help our SJND community out. Our goal tonight is to raise $50,000 to support tuition assistance for SJND families who may be struggling to keep their kids at St. Joe's due to COVID-19. That having been said, away we go, starting with our first giving level. And that is the $10,000 founder level. This is approximately 1/2 of the annual tuition for one student at SJND. For some of us, it's already plainly evident why a Catholic school education can leave a lasting impact on a student's life. But for those who need some more convincing, some studies show that Catholic schools produce graduates who are more civically engaged, more tolerant of diverse views, and more committed to service as adults. I can personally attest to that last one. I'm doing this show for free. Sorry, Molly. I'd quickly like to thank Kevin Kelly for being a donor at this level. And we will keep this level open for a couple minutes now while I keep one eye on my computer over here. I'm actually using two screens now. Welcome to 2020. I've got my script in front of me here, the video running, and then also the auction website over here. So once again, thank you so much to the Kelly family for your generosity at this first level, the founders level. I know it's a little steep for many of us, but every cent counts. This truly is life-changing money. Not to sound hyperbolic, but for those students who both can't attend SJND due to financial reasons or who are currently attending and maybe find themselves struggling to continue attending, this type of giving is essential to making sure that we are able to provide the education that so many of these students deserve at St. Joe's Notre Dame. I myself am a graduate and saw many people walk through those halls, and would really like to pay it forward, I suppose. And this is one way that we are all able to help make that happen. Again, this is our first giving level. We actually got a couple of donations at this level before the event even started. So we are already off to a pretty good start, I have to say. We are going to keep this level up for a few more moments before we move along to the next giving level. We've got a few levels tonight. So again, if this is a little too steep for you, we will be going down in number as we progress. We've got a few more levels ahead of us, and I will talk you through all of those. So it looks like we are going to close this level in just a moment here. My producers on the back end will help me do that part. Let's see here. Anybody else at the $10,000 level? If not, then let's go ahead and move along to our next level. This next level is the $5,000 level. This is our sustainers level. Fact: 99% of SJND's 2020 graduates were accepted to 140 colleges, receiving $6 million in college scholarship aid. Folks, that's not one, but two commas and a whopping 6 zeros. Before you get a good college education, you got to get a good high school education. So let's help these kids get a leg up on the competition, shall we? I also had meant to thank Chris Seiwald earlier for his donations as well. He couldn't join us tonight, but Chris Seiwald has also donated a lovely amount to tonight's event to help with tuition assistance. So thank you so much, Chris. Once again, this is the $5,000 level, the sustainers level. I will periodically be looking over here at my other computer screen to call out and thank anybody who has been donating at this level. And once again, if you find this to be a little too steep for you, that's okay. We do have other levels below this one. Let's see here. Sorry, it's a little hot in this office if you see me wiping down my face every once in a while. Let's see here. Got Mr. Seiwald. Anybody else want to contribute at the $5,000 level? I know that this is easier for some of us than it is for others. And I know that money has been tight for a lot of us recently, particularly those who maybe have lost a job or who have had a change in employment. So this type of giving and generosity is paramount in terms of getting giving the opportunity to as many students as we possibly can. Thank you, James Kelly, class of 76, for your very generous donation of $5,000 at the sustainers level. I'm also remembering now that I am actually on a little bit of a delay for you guys. I'm talking about 20 or 30 seconds ahead of you. So my apologies if I miss any names or if I don't catch them right as they come in. We are going to keep this level open for a little bit longer. There is still an opportunity for you to give. And if it sounds like I'm stumbling over my words, I have run auctions before, but never online. So it's a little different keeping track of the script, the camera, and the auction site as well. All right, a few more moments for the $5,000 sustainer level. Thank you so much for those who have already given and to those of you who are about to give. All right, let us go ahead and close out on the $5,000 sustainer level. Thank you to those of you who gave. Let's move right along to the $2,500 level. This is the Pilots Club. Fact: 29 students enrolled in our new engineering pathway program in its inaugural year. STEM careers seem to be growing more important than ever these days, and our engineering pathway program puts our students on the fast track to success. For those of you wondering, ordinarily, STEM, S-T-E-M, stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. But tonight, it stands for Share That Extra Money. So pilots, let's go ahead and empty those pockets for our tuition assistance program here. I'm going to go ahead and thank Morel. Thank you so much for your generous donation of $2,500 at the Pilots Club level. I know we're all Pilots alumni, but this is an extra special way to get into the highly exclusive Pilots Club. So once again, thank you, Morel, for your donation. That was bidder number 113. The $2,500 level. We have, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more levels below this, ladies and gentlemen. So again, if you are unable to give at this level, you will have other opportunities. Let's see here. Whoops, got to bring my screen up here. Also, folks, if you periodically see me walk just out of frame, I am just out of the line of sight of the motion sensor for the light in this office. So if things go dark all of a sudden, I haven't left you, I promise. There are still lots of opportunities left to give. So again, thank you, Morel Grunt, and thank you, Kevin and Chris, who have already donated, as well as those of you who were listed in the slideshow, whose names I cannot remember off the top of my head, but who gave ahead of tonight's event. I know that not everybody was able to join us tonight, but we did still have a number of pilots all across California, and I think across the states, who wanted to contribute tonight. So thank you to those who have already, and to those who will. All right, we are going to close out this giving level in just a few moments here. We'll give it a few more seconds. See if anybody else wants to join the highly exclusive Pilots Club. Okay, we are going to close that level, and let's go ahead and move right along to the next giving level. This is our $1,000 level. This is the Basilica Society. Fact: students work with a variety of service agencies, including St. Vincent de Paul, Dorothy Day House, Alameda Food Bank, SPCA, Habitat for Humanity, Save the Bay, and Reading Partners. Quite a mouthful. Community service is a cornerstone of the SJND educational experience. And whether preparing a meal or building a home, your contribution tonight could help facilitate the most important aspect of that service: genuine human connection and compassion for those in need. Now that's priceless. But tuition's not. So let's give a little tonight so our students can give a lot tomorrow. Thank you already to Ann Washmera for your very generous donation of $1,000, as well as Richard Campbell. Thank you, Ann and Rich, for reaching deep down into your pockets and donating to tuition assistance. Also joining you at the $1,000 level, we have Phil Sandry. Thank you, Phil, for donating $1,000 here at the Basilica Society level. Again, apologies for any pauses. It's hard to monitor 3 things at once. I once thought I was a good multitasker, but this job has proven otherwise. All right, let's see here. We've got another $1,000 donation. Oh, I got a little notification here. This is great. Big shout out to Galas at Home for helping walk me through this entire process. They are doing a fantastic job on the back end, helping us raise money for the tuition assistance program. All right, so thank you, Richard, Ann, and Phil. Once again, we are at the $1,000 level. This is the Basilica Society. For those of you who feel comfortable giving at this level, you'll have a few more moments to continue donating to the cause of tuition assistance, again, for students who are not yet enrolled at SJND, and also, I was going to say more importantly, but equally as importantly, those who are currently attending but may be struggling to make ends meet. Thank you, John Hurley, for your $1,000 donation to the Basilica Society as well. Very generous. Let's see here. We've got a few more moments at the $1,000 level. If anybody else would like to give, we are going to close that now. All right. Thank you so much for the $1,000 level. Our next level, we are going to move on down to the $500 level. This is the Principal Circle. Fact: SJND is ranked by niche.com as the #1 most diverse private high school in the San Francisco Bay Area, #2 in California, and #3 in the nation. I'm not quite sure how we rank in the Milky Way galaxy, but I think we cracked the top 20. The point is, like I said before, making SJND a financial possibility for people of all backgrounds should be paramount, and fulfilling the school's mission of fostering a faith-filled, diverse, and welcoming community starts with your generosity. And holy cow, we've already got quite a few rolling in. Thank you, Paula Marcheski, Patrick Larson, who I believe was a year ahead of me. How you doing, Pat? Let's see, Teresa Corville, thank you so much, as well as Jessica Park. The 4 of you have all donated $500 at the or the $500 level, Principal Circles. One more, Audrey Gilliam. They are coming in fast and furious. Thank you all so much for your generosity. We do really appreciate it. John Stott as well, $500 to the Principal Circle. Thank you so much. So let's see here. We've got Paula, Patrick, Teresa, Jessica, Audrey, and John. A veritable who's who of the principal's circle, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to join this exclusive club yourself, now's the opportunity. We've got a few more moments, or moments. Oh, there goes the lights. Hang on just a sec. Let me go turn them back on. And we're back. All right, a few more moments here at the $500 level, the principal's circle. We've got a few more here. Margaret Ratto Young, thank you so much for your donation. Kelly Russey, as well as Don Lippy, Coach Lippy from Once Upon a Time. I think there's a connection there. If I'm wrong, my apologies. I need to read my yearly pilot publications more often, I suppose. So we have quite a showing here at the $500 level. I know I sound like a broken record, but we really do appreciate it. Every dollar counts this year, ladies and gentlemen. You know that. Let's see here. We've got a couple more moments at the $500 level, the principal's circle. To those of you who have already donated, thank you. And to those of you who are planning on it, thank you as well. We're going to keep this open for just a couple more minutes. Let's see here. One more. Flora So. Thank you so much, Flora. I hope I'm saying your last name right. Bidder number 8. That was, again, $500 at the principal circle. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 more giving levels below this one. So if you haven't been able to donate just yet, don't worry, you will get an opportunity. All right, we are closing the $500 level. Let's go ahead and move right along to our $250 level. This is the Orange and Blue Club. Folks, here's another fact. Our women's pilots basketball team finished second in the CIF NorCal Division 2020 state playoffs. And we welcomed Cal Golden Bears star Alexis Gray Lawson as our new women's head coach. I don't have any jokes for this. That's really impressive. Go Lady Pilots. And we've already got a few donations coming in right now. Let's see if I can keep up with this. Let's see our first one. Thank you so much, Shartzis Frieza, LLP, for your donation of $250. Next up, the Witherspoon family. Thank you so much for your generosity as well. Lisa Lumba, class of 1988. I remember you from the last couple of years. How you doing out there, Lisa? Thank you for your donation. Dee Dee Cunningham has also donated $250 at the Orange and Blue Club level. Thank you so much, Dee Dee. Sean and Kristen Pado. They could have skipped, but they decided to Pado. So thank you so much. Leslie and Hardy Hood, $250 level. Eileen Graybill. Thank you, Eileen. Come on, Eileen. Simon Chu, thank you so much, Simon, as well as Marvin Bargagliati. Vicky, I'm so sorry for butchering your last name. I don't think I've ever said it correctly out loud, but we do appreciate your generosity. Let's see, Gia DeGrano, we just spoke moments ago. Thank you so much, Gia. I hope dinner was delicious. The view looked lovely, and it is such a nice night out that I am finding myself having to wipe my head as we go here. A couple more donations at the $250 level. Thank you, Cynthia Lacroix. As well as Andy McKee. How you doing, Mr. McKee? I know I never had you as a teacher, but you've been around a while as well. So thank you so much for not only your money, but the time you have given at St. Joseph's as well. I know you helped a few of our interviewees tonight with their internet problems, so big ups to you on that as well. A little bit of art and tech. All right, a few more moments here at the $250 Orange Club level. We've got quite a number of donations already. I've practically got smoke coming out of my other computer here, folks. I've got a fire extinguisher handy, so thank you. Your generosity is overclocking my Lenovo here. All right, we've got another one. Thank you so much to Venturini Landscaping for your $250 Orange and Blue Club donation. We appreciate that as well. All right, last few moments here, a couple opportunities to donate at the $250 level, and we are now closed. Gary and Trisha, I'm sorry for moving around so much. I know it's hard for me to stay on camera, but it's just so thrilling. All right, moving right along to our $100 level. This is the Century Circle. Once again, $100 level. Fact, this year we appointed our 4th principal in SJND's history and our first female principal, Miss Julie Guevara. Congratulations, Miss Guevara. You're going to do a yellow job. All right, folks, we are at the $100 level. Let's go ahead and open that up to our donors right now. And I'm going to take a look over here onto my other screen. Thank you so much, Emily Scott, as well as Alicia Trost, class of 1995. Trost or Trost, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing any names here tonight. Richard Fuoco, thank you for your donation. Carla Vanderveer, that's a fun one to say. Carla, thank you so much for your donation. Catherine Rice, I used to work with the Katie Rice. It's probably not the Katie Rice I'm thinking of, but your money's just as good. Thank you, Catherine. Angela Brom, thank you as well for joining the Century Circle. Once again, folks, this is the $100 level. Let's get those donating fingers ready and go ahead and click whenever you get a chance. Let's see here. A $100 donation from someone simply named Stuart. Thank you, Stuart. Sharita Nosakare, class of 2001. Thank you so much, Sharita. I believe I remember you. You were a couple years ahead of me while we were at St. Joe's. How you doing, Sharita? Let's see here. Kim Colantuono as well, joining the Century Circle. We've also got James Zaradka, Lanessa Van Trees. That's a name I'd like you all to remember. You're going to hear it again tonight. Miss Lanessa Van Trees. Also at the $100 level, we have Julie Pond. Thank you, Julie. Molly McFarland, one of the lovely orchestrators of this event tonight. You'll be hearing her name again. Thank you, Molly. Julie Pond, once again, thank you so much. The school's so nice, she donated twice. Julie, we really appreciate that. Let's see here. I've somehow managed to get the smoke to stop coming out of my computer, thank goodness. But these donations just keep pouring on in. Your generosity is greatly appreciated. Robert Snowden, thank you, Mr. Snowden, for your donation as well. We've got a few more moments at the $100 level, folks, so go ahead and keep on giving. Thank you so much. Let's see here. I want to make sure I got everybody, make sure I didn't miss anybody. I want you all to feel included. I think that is everyone. All right, we are done at the $100 level. We have 2 more levels to give at tonight, folks. Let's go ahead and move along to our next level. This is now the $50 level. This is our supporter level. Fact: 100% of tonight's Dream Flight hosts have graduated from SJND. Believe it. Look, folks, you're all on mute right now, so why don't you let your money do the talking for you? Just $50 for our present and future pilots. I know what I said doesn't match the slide, but we can't all be perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and direct my attention back over here to my other screen. Once again, this is the $50 supporter level. Get those clicking donating fingers ready and go ahead and donate at your earliest convenience. I know you're all itching to support the school that you love so much. So let's go ahead and open up the $50 supporter level for tuition assistance tonight. And again, as a reminder, we have one more giving level after this. We will go down to the $25 level, but for the time being, we've got the $50 supporter level open right now. Let's go ahead and try to meet our goal. I know we did get some donations in earlier, but as I keep saying, every little bit counts. This really is, I'm trying not to sound hyperbolic here, it really is life-changing money. It can make all the difference to those who either are currently enrolled or who have yet to try to venture into the private school world, which, truth be told, can be a little bit daunting, particularly when money's tight. Thank you so much to Catherine Morales for your $50 support. We really do appreciate that. We'll keep this open for a few more moments at the $50 level to those of you who would still like to donate to tuition assistance. I know that we have a couple hundred of you logged in tonight, so I know that we've got a few more pockets that could potentially be dipped into. Thank you so much again, Catherine, for your generous donation of $50 at the supporter level. We'll go ahead and keep this open for a few more moments at our $50 giving level. And we will move along just after that to our final giving level. If you would like to be a supporter, if you didn't get a chance to join the Century Circle, the Orange and Blue Club, the Principal Circle, the Basilica Society, the Pilots Club, the Sustainers, or the Founders, you can still be a supporter through your generosity tonight to the Tuition Assistance Program. All right, we are going to go ahead and move along to our very final level here. This is going to be our final giving level tonight. This is the $25 level. It's been a hard year for us, folks, for everybody. Whether you've got deep pockets or moths flying out of your dockers, I'd like you to reach deep down between the couch cushions of your heart and see what kind of change you can scrounge up. Again, we know that it's been a tough year for everybody, but for those of us who are able to give, we do really appreciate your support. So we are going to go ahead and open up the $25 level. Thank you so much, Lee McGuire, for your generous donation of $25. If anybody else would like to donate, this is your final opportunity tonight before we move along to the live auction segment of the evening. Once again, thank you, Lee, and also thank you to everybody else who has already donated tonight at the various other levels. Thank you, Erica Almquist, pardon me, for your donation as well tonight at the $25 level. We've got another minute or so on this level, and we will keep the program moving along here. So again, thank you, Lee and Erica, for your donations. This will be our final giving level. Thank you so much, Kelly family, for kicking in another $25. Regina Hurley, thank you so much for your donation as well. We do appreciate it. Anybody else here? Final few moments of our $25 giving level for the paddle raise. After this, we'll be finishing out the paddle raise. Thank you, Cherubel Sacato. Hope I am saying that right. And let's see here. I think I may have missed you. Erica Almquist, if I didn't say it. I think I did, but I'll say it again. Thank you, Erica. Let's see here. I need to stop saying too many filler words. This is live, folks. Come on. Once again, Erica Almquist, and there's another Thank you again to those of you who have donated already, and to those who will be participating in our live auction in just a moment here. We've got some fabulous prizes up, so stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to keep this giving level open for just a few more moments before we close it out and move along to the next thing. And it looks like we are done. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for your generous donations to the Dream Flight Tuition Assistance Program tonight. We are going to move right along here. Let me make sure I've got the right screen up for the auction. We are going to move right along to our live auction segment just as soon as I take a quick water break. And we're back. We've had some fabulous items very generously donated tonight, so let's get the bidding started. As one final reminder, please visit sjnd.org/dreamflight or text START to 628-200-0021 to participate. That having been said, let's go ahead and dive right on in, shall we? Let's take a look at the first lot up for bid. Lot number 1 is a Mendocino weekend donated by alumni Erica Samaranos, class of 97, Almquist, and husband Eric Almquist. Sounds like you two were made for each other. Enjoy a 3-night stay in an Ocean View Beach home in Mendocino. Escape to your warm and inviting California oceanfront villa with panoramic views of the Pacific Ocean. Enjoy the soothing and relaxing sounds of the ocean waves from your private deck or while snuggled up in your cozy bed. Unwind and hide out in your sunken hot tub, partaking in your favorite glass of wine, breathing in the fresh air, and taking in majestic views. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and can accommodate up to 8 guests. Our starting bid tonight is going to be $750. So if anybody would like to start us off at $750, I will keep one eye over here on my other computer screen. It looks like the Kelly family has already started us off at $750. So if anybody else would like to try to snatch away this fantastic Mendocino getaway from the Kellys, now's your opportunity. It looks like the Witherspoons are giving them a little bit of a run for their money at $1,000. Thank you, Witherspoons, for bidding that one up. Let's see if anybody else. The Kelly family. I don't know if we've got ourselves a bidding war just yet, but we've got ourselves a bidding squabble. Let's see where this one takes us. Kelly family currently has us at $1,250. Thank you, Kelly family. Folks, this town of Mendocino proper is pretty nice, I have to say, but there are some really cool things nearby and around the area. Additionally as well, let's pull up Google Maps and see what we can find to see if we can entice anybody else to take this Mendocino getaway. About 45 minutes south, you've got Point Arena, which is home to the B. Bryant Preserve. If any of you watched Tiger King earlier this year, B. Bryant Preserve is like the legitimate, actual, real version of that. Huge wide open paddocks, beautiful animals from all over the world. This guy does it right, and it's just south of Mendocino. Pretty neat. A few minutes south of Mendocino also is Van Dam State Park, home to some beautiful hiking along the Redwoods. And literally across Highway 1, you've got Van Dam State Beach, a little surf and turf in the very same day. It's kind of strange, but super cool. Anybody else want to bid on this lovely Mendocino getaway? They've got spas, little antique shops, all kind of neat stuff there. You can walk along the bluffs, beautiful beaches. Fort Bragg is just a few minutes north, home to the skunk train and the beautiful glass beach where you can find lovely little polished stones of all different colors. It's really gorgeous, and it's really interesting to see if you've never been to a beach that's almost entirely glass-like stones. We'll keep this lot open for just a few more minutes. If anybody else, it looks like the Witherspoon family is kicking back with a $1,500 bid. Kelly family, if you do want this item, you are going to have to keep things going. I don't want my words to influence your decision, though. I just, I gotta keep things moving here. Let's see here. The Kelly family has bumped us up to $1,750. So again, this bidding squabble just might be escalating into a bidding fight. I don't know if it's an all-out war yet, but we'll keep an eye on it, or rather, I'll keep an eye on it. It's my job. Also near Mendocino, we've got the Point Cabrillo Lighthouse on the way up to Fort Bragg, if you decide to go to Fort Bragg. Notable for being one of the most architecturally complete light stations in the United States. Let's see here. looks like we are going to close out on this item in just a few moments here. Anybody else want to try to get in on this lovely Mendocino getaway? I'm sure the area could use a little bit of support as well. So it looks like we are going to close this out in just a few more minutes. Get those last few bids in, ladies and gentlemen. If anybody else wants to swipe this away from the Kelly family, this is your last chance. And it looks like we are done. All right. Thank you so much to the Kelly family for bidding on this lovely Mendocino getaway at $1,750. Thank you so much. We really, really appreciate it. And enjoy your stay. Feel free to check out any of the cool stuff I just outlined, or don't. It's up to you. All right, let's go ahead and move along to lot number 2. Lot number 2 is a painting donated by the fine artist Michael Stair. This Michael Stair original oil painting called Trees in Monterey will look great in any home. Michael is a local fine artist and parent of 2 SJND alumni, Jack and Emily Stair. His work features natural and urban scenes throughout the Bay Area and Italy, where he also leads art tours. This beautiful 13 by 19 inch piece comes with a custom metal leaf frame, a perfect complement to the beautiful colors on display. This will be a timeless original art piece in your home for years to come. The starting bid is $400. So if anybody would like to start us off, go ahead and flex that bidding finger and start clicking away. Once again, this is by fine artist Michael Stair, who is also an SJND parent. As a little bit of a follow-up to our artist here, Mr. Stair, you probably don't have anything by Leonardo da Vinci in your house, but if you want something by a modern Renaissance man, look no further than Michael Stair. This guy not only leads art history tours in both Rome and Spain, or I'm sorry, not Spain, Rome and Italy. I wrote Spain for some reason, but he conducts art history lectures across the pond too. Let's see here. I mean, I looked this up. He actually gave a talk earlier this year, back when there were still live events going on. Gave a talk earlier this year called Bernini Borromini and the Rivalry That Shaped Baroque Rome. If you don't know what Baroque means, it's when you're out of Monet. We've got our first bid here from Andy McKee for $400. And then immediately right after that, come on Eileen Graybill for $500. So we've got ourselves, we're off to a nice start here with this lovely painting by fine artist Michael Stair. If anybody else would like to get in on this lovely painting right now, now's your opportunity. If I'm not mistaken, this particular piece is from a series that premiered last year called Made in the Shade, celebrating trees, some of Mother Nature's finest sculptures. Boy, that Mother Nature sure does it all, doesn't she? Branching out into art to leave us breathless. I'm green with envy. Few more moments here to bid on this lovely painting by Michael Stair, fine artist who is also an SJND parent. One great way to promote the visual arts and to decorate your home in a lovely way. All right, we are going to close out on this item here. Congratulations to Miss Graybill, Eileen Graybill. Sorry for saying that wrong. It's bidder number 157. Congratulations on your lovely new painting. All right, we are going to go ahead and move along to lot number 3. Which one is that? Let me scroll down in my script here. Lot number 3, Maui Vacation Getaway, donated by alumni and board president Rich Sublé, class of '65, and his wife Kathleen. Enjoy 7 unforgettable nights at Marriott's Maui Ocean Club on Ka'anapali Beach. This luxurious ocean view suite features a king-sized bed, sofa pullout, 2 bathrooms, and an oceanfront balcony. Located just north of Lahaina Historic Town, enjoy shopping, fine cuisine, local attractions, and all the best that West Maui has to offer. And, you know, flights are kind of cheap right now, so we're going to start the bidding at $1,000. And I see that we already have one family bidding at $1,000. The Witherspoon family kicking it off for us. That is quite a deal, so let's go ahead and see if anybody else wants to take this lovely trip. Now, folks, I can't guarantee that the trip there will be a dream flight, but I promise you that it'll be a magical once-in-a-lifetime trip. If you've never made it out to Hawaii, it's a blast. So go ahead and get those bids in now. We've got another couple moments here to keep this lot open. I've never been to the island of Maui myself, but I have been to Kauai. I went on a family vacation many years ago. It's slightly farther, slightly greener. They filmed parts of Jurassic Park there. Not trying to brag. Okay, I'm trying to brag a little bit. I mean, come on, it's a tropical paradise. Who doesn't want to go to Hawaii? You know, this is your shot to get away from it all. And if we're being honest, it all can be a little overwhelming right now. And don't you deserve a vacation? Let's see here. We've got bid from the Witherspoon family. Donna Marie Farrow, class of 65, also wanting to get in on the Hawaii action. Let's see if we get anybody else who wants to go on this, again, once in a lifetime trip. We've got 7 unforgettable nights currently scheduled for May. I don't know if those dates are flexible. That can be negotiated with the donors. And there go my lights again. Give me just a moment here, folks. All right. You'd think in 2020 I'd be able to keep the lights on in my office, but here we go. We've got another bid here from Marvin Bargliotti for $1,500. Thank you, Marvin. This lot is very nearly done. We are going to close it out in just a few more moments. If anybody else wants to get in here, let's see here. We've got one bid from Emily McGowan for $1,750. That is quite a generous bid there, Miss McGowan. Thank you so much for wanting to go on this trip to Hawaii. I can't blame you. Again, never been to Maui, but Hawaii itself is just, it's fantastic. I consider myself very fortunate to have ever gone, and you will not regret going. All right, we've got just a few more moments on this trip. Let's see here. We are going to close it out. And we are closed. Congratulations to Miss Emily McGowan for bidding on that trip, $1,750. I think you got quite a pretty good deal. We've got one more lot up for bid tonight, folks. Let's go ahead and keep things moving right along. We are, let's see here. Sorry, let me just pull up my script again. There we are. All right, multitasking, we're doing it. All right, and our final lot tonight, lot number 4, SJND's Instant Wine Cellar. Quarantine's been rough for us all, but you know what can make it better? How about a little wine? Package includes 70 bottles, a selection of varietals from France, Italy, and local estate wineries, curated from SJND parents, plus a picnic backpack and a tasting for 2 at Visa Tui in St. Helena. Starting bid is $400. So we are going to open that up in just a moment here, folks. Again, get those clicking fingers ready, start the bidding off. We have Liz Dollar with the opening bid of $400. Thank you so much, Liz. Sean and Kristen Pado also want in on the wine action as well. We are at $500 now. Let's see if anybody else wants to go ahead and bid this item up. Whether it's a nice Montepulciano d'Abruzzo from Italy, a lovely Cabernet Sauvignon from France, or a cheekily named red blend from somewhere in the Central Valley, this expertly curated collection has something for everyone. I personally have not seen it, but I've heard about it. And really, how often do you get 70 personally curated bottles of wine straight to your house? Anyway, let's see here. We've got Janice Cantu, class of 66, throwing her hat in the ring here with a $600 bid. Thank you, Janice. Let's see here. We've got a few more moments to keep this lot open. Let's see if anybody else would want to bid on this lovely item. You know, folks, in light of recent natural disasters, the California wine country could use a little of our support right now, too. Your generosity not only supports the school, but local vintners who have seen their life's work quite literally go up in smoke. The Witherspoon family has thrown their hat in the ring as well with a $700 bid. Thank you so much, Witherspoon family. Again, $70 or 70 bottles of wine, ladies and gentlemen. That is quite a value that you're getting here. So let's go ahead and keep on bidding this up. Once again, benefiting both the school and the California wine industry. Let's see here, bringing my screen back up over here. If you'd like a little bit of cheese to go with this wine, I'd be happy to send along a copy of tonight's script to the winner as well. Let's see here. We are going to close this out in just a few moments here. We've got a bid from the Stewart family for $800. Thank you so much, Stewart. Or maybe it's, it's not the Stewart family. Maybe it's a guy named Stewart. I'm not sure. He's a mystery wrapped in an enigma punctuated by a question mark. We are going to close this lot out right now. Thank you so much to all of you who bid. But Stewart, you are our lucky winner tonight with a bid of $800. Thank you so much. Enjoy your wine. Thank you, everybody who bid tonight, for your incredible generosity. To those of you who already donated ahead of time, I want you to enjoy all your prizes. And what a thrilling auction that was. I mean, I'm not in my seat, and gosh, I'm sweating like a pig over here. All right. So thank you, everybody, to all the bidders. Moving right along here in our program, we have a very special performance by SJND's One Voice Choir, led by Miss Lanessa Van Trees. Sound familiar? Ladies and gentlemen, from The Greatest Showman, here is the One Voice Choir performing A Million Dreams.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build, every room inside is filled with things from far away. Ooh. Special things I compile, each one made to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world like we designed. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me away. A million dreams away. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
Thank you, Lanessa Van Treese and One Voice. What a beautiful way to conclude this fantastic evening. Thank you all for your generosity throughout the night. At this time, we'd like to use the Wheel of Names to announce the lucky winner of the earlier raffle of the cocktail making kit, a bottle of Bullet Bourbon and 2 engraved SJND glasses. So let's spin the wheel. Congratulations, Danielle Watson. We'll be getting that soon. Thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening and for your pilot generosity. It means so much to us. What a wonderful evening, and much praise and gratitude to you, Harrison.
Thanks for having me again, Julie. It was my pleasure. This was another fantastic and successful pilot event, despite the fact that I talked for nearly 3 full minutes on mute. But what would a virtual event be without someone talking on mute for a few minutes? You're welcome, by the way. An extra special thank you to Molly McFarland and the whole SJND Advancement Office, as well as Galas at Home, Trisha Macaluso, Gary, no last name given, for helping put on this event. Ladies and gentlemen, everything in between, and none of the above. If you had a good time tonight, my name is Harrison Wilkes, and if you didn't, it's Rich Soublé. Make good choices, everyone. Have a good night, and go pilots.
Please don't forget to click on the shopping cart on the bidding site to check out tonight and make your donations. And for those who saw the SJND trivia earlier this evening and were possibly stumped, don't log off just yet because we'll be sharing all the answers right now. Have a great rest of your evening. God bless, and go Pilots!
you.